Hi friends, good day. Today I am taking out one more problem. Illustration number 3 is, as already been, this problem has been worked out, this model, amalgamation of partnership firms. So first and third problem we have already discussed the model in my earlier lecture. So now I'll be taking you to, in conversion of partnership firm into a company, this is an important model where this is very important model. The reason is that this kind of problem we can expect in the examination. A partner is being admitted, they have done business for 1 year, then they have converted into company. This is very important model. The following is the balance sheet of Messrs A and B as on 31st March 15. A's capital 40, B's capital 50, A's loan 10, general is a 10,000 liabilities. You got building, stock, debtors, investments, 6% debentures in X Limited and cash balance. Okay. Then next, it was agreed that C to be admit for a fifth share in the future profit from 1st April 15 is required to contribute cash towards goodwill and 10,000 rupees towards capital. The following further information is furnished. So if you look into it, we got the balance sheet on 31st March 15. A new partner has been admitted on 1st April 15. So we have been provided the information of balance sheet as on, I'm only writing few things, that's it, few important points for tutorial explanation, and remaining things you can see that balance sheet, this has been provided, and C admitted balance sheet as on 31st March of A and B. C admitted on 1st April 15. C admitted on 1st April, and he is required to contribute cash towards goodwill, 10,000 towards capital. So C brings 10,000 towards capital. Goodwill also he brings, but question mark. Goodwill also he brings, but he has to bring goodwill, but that is question mark. You can see that. He required to contribute cash towards goodwill, 10,000 towards capital. So this goodwill is question mark and 10,000 towards capital. Okay, then the following further information is furnished. The partners A and B shared the profits in the ratio of 3:2. So AB ratio is 3:2. Their PSR, profit sharing ratio, before a partner is being admitted is 3:2. A was receiving salary of 500 per month from the very inception of the firm in 2011 in addition to share of profit. This is nothing but partner salary. 500 into 12 means 6,000 he was getting from 31st March 11. Inception 11, but we are assuming the year closing is 31st March. They are closing the books on 31st March of every year. So since inception, A was getting a salary of rupees 500 per month means 6,000 he was getting from 31st March 11 to 31st March 15, means 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. For 5 years, he was getting a salary of 6,000 rupees. This is per annum. Per annum, he was getting a salary of 5,000 per annum. Then, the future profit ratio between A, B and C will be 3:1:1. A will not get any salary after the admission of C. He is saying that is not going to get a salary. So after admission, A, B, C will be sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:1:1. The new ratio also has been given. New ratio. And in future, after admission, is not going to get a salary of rupees 6,000. Is not going to get a salary of 6,000 after C admission. Okay. Then the goodwill of the firm should be determined on the basis of 2 years purchase of average profits from the business of the last 5 years. The particulars of the profits are as under. I think the year ending is missing somewhere. I think this, while typing, it's a mistake. Here you should make a note down, make a note of it. 20,000 31st March 15, 10,000 31st March, 31st March, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The last 5 years. Last 5 years means this is on the date of admission, no? 31st March 15, 31st March 14, 31st March 13, 12, 11. That so 31st March 11 to 31st March 15. In the examination, they will be giving you, it's a typing mistake. The above profits and losses after charging the salary of Mr. A. So what has been said that after admission is not going to get a salary. That's clear. But before admission, up to the date of admission, so he was getting a salary. So the above profit and losses are after charging the salary of Mr. A. Please remember, the goodwill of the firm should be determined on the basis of 2 years purchase of average profits from the business. See, profit is different, divisible profit is different. So we need to have the information of profits. So these profits, 5 years profits, or whatever the loss is, including 6,000 rupees, no, that is to be added back to get the correct profit. Because these profits are after charging salary. Salary will be taken to P&L appropriation account, no. But we need to have a profit for ascertainment of goodwill. So please remember, therefore, whatever the 6,000 rupees I have told you is to be added back. Then when you go for goodwill, you will be knowing it. The profit for the year ended 31st March will include extraneous profit, means abnormal profit. And the loss of the year ended 31st March 12 was account of loss by strike to the extent of 20,000. I think since A Foundation, I was telling you this example I have given you for valuation of goodwill. Strike is not a normal item. I've given number of times example. Strike is not a normal item, it is abnormal item. That means strike will never occur regularly. Strike will never occur regularly. So therefore, whatever the strike, account of loss of strike, that is to be considered as abnormal loss. That abnormal loss has been deducted in 31st March 2012. So because of deducting 20,000, you're getting a loss of 10,000. So 20,000 rupees is to be added back, because I've told you, while valuing the goodwill in CA Foundation, I've told you, even at the time of amalgamation of partnership firm also, I remember one examination old problem we have worked out. So I've told you that goodwill, for valuation of goodwill, abnormal loss is not to be deducted, abnormal gain is not to be added. So since abnormal loss has been deducted, 20,000 is to be added. Abnormal profit, extraneous profit is nothing but abnormal profit, that is to be subtracted, that is not to be added. So 30,000 rupees is to be subtracted, and here abnormal loss is to be added. And also I told you 6,000 rupees salary is to be added back. Then I think that goodwill can be calculated. So what I do, it was agreed that the value of goodwill of the firm should appear in the books of the firm. Okay, so the goodwill of the firm will appear in the balance sheet as on the date of admission. So now the problem, I'm not going to explain about B. I'm not going to explain about fifth point. Let me tell you now how the problem has been faced. So, point number 2, we need to have working notes for valuation of goodwill. On 31st March, that is on 31st March 15, or on the date of admission 1/4/15. Okay, then after doing it, you need to prepare partners capital, normally, and balance sheet on 1/4/15. No, normally this is admission of a partner. Normally you need to prepare partners capital and balance sheet on 1/4/15, normally on the date of admission. Then now coming back to the question here, the trading profits for the year ended 31st March 16 was 40,000 before depreciation. Partners had drawn each 1,000 per month as drawing. The value of other assets as on 31st March 16 were building before depreciation, stock, debtors, investment, liabilities. Provide depreciation at 8%, at 5% on building on the closing balances, and interest at 6% on ACE loan. Okay. Then they applied for conversion of the firm into private limited company, ABC Private Limited, and certificate was received on 1/4/16. It means they have continued after C's admission. They have continued business. They continued business up to 31st March 16. So, for this particular period, what is it we need? We need to find out net result of ABC, comma, capital accounts and balance sheet. This is after C's admission. They have to continue business up to 31st March 16. Net result of ABC, capital accounts of and balance sheet. This is second part of the question. Actually, if you have to go how they have done, we will see that. The next third point is then they have decided to float a company. So from on 1/4/16, then what has happened? The certificate are received on 1/4/16. They decided to convert capital accounts of partners into share capital in the ratio of 3:1:1 on the basis of capitals as on 31st March 16. If necessary, partners have to subscribe fresh or capital or withdraw. This is an important point. What is saying that on 1/4/16 they have converted partnership business into a company. So now admission, final accounts, then converting the partnership business into a company. So actually these three phases in 25 minutes doing in a normal course is not that easy, First you need to understand the question. You need to understand the question. You need to then do how quickly you can do. That is what is being shown. See, because if you go by like this, I think it is a time consuming. What I am trying to do is that whatever the suggested material they have shown, I think that is a good option for you to complete the problem in a quick time. Otherwise, it will take 40 minutes. You can do the way I've explained you. It is a lengthy process, but for you to understand, I'm writing it. Now, once if you can understand this, definitely this model, I think I was after the students 2 years back that this problem will come, this model will come. That model came in the examination. And most of the students, I think very few students have attempted. The reason say they know, but they don't have the time to work out. That was their feeling. It was, I think it was in group 1 earlier. From last 2 years, it is in group 2. So this question, same model came in group 1. This partnership was earlier, was in group 1, that has been shifted to group 2 now. So this is very important model, my dear friend. That is why I told you that in the classroom, this is what I wish to explain. So now this is an important thing. On 1st April 16, they have converted partnership business into a company. So now what happens, sir? Now what happened here? And now, after floating a company, they decided and the capital contribution the share capital excuse me, share capital contribution is in the ratio of 3:2:1. That is to convert capital accounts into share capital in the ratio of 3:1:1 on the basis of total capitals as on 31st March 16. The share capital contribution in the ratio of 3:2:1 on the basis of capitals as on 31st March 16. Whatever the capital they are having on 31st March 16, that is, first you have to have a capital on 31st March 15, that is 1st April 15. On that date, a new partner has been admitted. Okay, you know the date of admission of a partner. I told you 1/4/15. Then 31st March 16, they have continued business. So they have to find out profit. After finding out the profit on 31st March 16, what are the capital balances are there? That capital balances into 3:2:1. That is going to be A's capital, A's share capital, because A, B, C will become promoters of the company. Now partners capital will become share capital. That's it. But what happened? Simple words. This is nothing but adjustment of capitals. You know, when new partner has joined, you know that we do adjustment, but that adjustment is in the form of share capital here. But any partner is having excess, that is, if 10,000 is the capital, he is having 12,000, 2,000 is to be given. If 10,000 is capital, is having 8,000, 10,000 is the capital, but is having 12, 2,000 excess has to be given in cash. If he needs to maintain 10,000, is having a capital of 8,000, he has to bring. That is what has been mentioned here. You know that excess capital is to be given back, deficiency has to be brought in back. He says that if necessary, partners have to subscribe to fresh capital or withdraw. It's subscribe means a partner is having deficiency has to bring the cash, and partners having excess is to withdraw the cash. Okay. So now prepare statement of profit and loss for the year ended 31st March 16 and the balance sheet of the company. Prepare the statement of profit and loss for the year ended 31st March 16 and the balance sheet of the company. This is what they are asking. So finally, very simple. That means the partner has been admitted on 1st April 15. That is not required. But without that, how can you come back to 31st March 16? He has given that a partner has been admitted, treatment of goodwill. But when it comes to solution, he is looking at only two things. profit and loss account 31st March 16, balance sheet of the company, that's it. Even he is not looking at the balance sheet of the partnership firm. So try to understand. Now, you see what we have discussed, they have converted means normally net result of ABC, capital accounts and balance sheet. Now, this is not asking, is only asking net result of ABC. So normally we prepare capital account, balance sheet. That is not asking. Only they are asking balance sheet of company on 1/4/16. So which is not required without capital account. Can you do this? No. So this has to be working notes. Then coming back to this. And when a partner has been admitted, you need to write the adjustment of capital. That is also not required. They have to continue business up to net result of ABC capital account. Sorry, here. Normally partners capital and balance sheet. That is also not asking. Only goodwill. Without goodwill, how can you come back to that? So see, he has curtailed all those things. What has that has been curtailed? That is what I told you. To save time, which thing has been curtailed? Partners capital on the date of admission has been curtailed, and balance sheet on the date of admission has been curtailed. And they continue business for 1 year. That means you have to prepare P&L account. Now that is saying prepare net profit and loss account. But which has been curtailed? Capital account is curtailed, balance sheet is curtailed. Now without balance sheet, how can you prepare balance sheet of a company? So now you need to see what working notes we need to go. So here roughly first let me explain solution statement of P&L account. Excuse me. Statement of P&L account for the year ended 31st March 16. Point number 1. The balance sheet of private limited. That's it. But remaining things, whatever is required, you went in a working notes. Goodwill. So the working notes, because I can't write here, what he has done, working notes, calculation of goodwill 1/4/15. This is working notes number 1. Then we'll see how he has calculated. Working notes number 2. Straight away, he has taken you to partners capital on 31st March 16. Which it means which one he has avoided? Not done. Normally in CF Foundation you have seen when a partner has been admitted, we have to prepare on the date of admission partners capital. So this has been curtailed. But without having the capital balances, can you go? See, normally partners capital and balance sheet on 1/4/15 means on the date of admission. That he has not done. But for working notes number 2, he has taken this one. Capital accounts. Working notes number 2. So working notes number 1, he has taken valuation of goodwill. Then working notes number 2, capital accounts on 31st March 16 he has taken. Then coming back to this third point. Balance sheet he has done. Yes, balance sheet has done 31st March 16. Balance sheet. See, to understand it, what we are supposed to do normally, what is not being done, I am explaining. This is working notes number 2, working notes number 3. Of course, this net result has become solution. That means what are the things he has not done normally, foundation level, partners capital on the date of admission, balance sheet on the date of admission he has not done, but they have prepared, they have continued business for 1 year, and that for 1 year, net result has become solution, partners capital has become working notes, balance sheet has become working notes. Then next, Fourth, conversion into a company. Conversion into a company, here, conversion of a company. So for share capital, he has done working notes. Partnership. So 4 point. And fifth point, he has ascertained closing cash bank balance. That is by going by cash flow statement. I think that in balance sheet balancing figure is cash and bank. So only I am giving 4 points, 4 working notes he has done. I'll come back to this now. So let me start with first working notes. You all are aware how to find out goodwill. So the goodwill, if you look into the question, I told you this is profit is 31st March 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 20, 10 is a loss year, 20 profit, 25 profit, 30,000. Goodwill is to be valued on the basis of 2 years purchase price of average profits from the business of the last 5 years. And his share is, you know that the new partner share is 1 by 5, sorry. C has to bring his share of goodwill 1 by 5th in cash. That is what we have seen already. Now coming back to this goodwill, so first book profits he has taken. Adjustment for extraneous profit and abnormal loss. 30, you know that abnormal gain has been adjusted, added, it is to be subtracted. I told you strike is abnormal loss, yes, deducted, that is to be added. I used to jokingly say, if strike is not going to strike in the examination, it will be struck up. I have told you number of times. Strike is a abnormal loss, so it is to be, therefore it is to be added back. Abnormal profits, I have explained you in CA Foundation. Goodwill, good valuation of goodwill. Abnormal losses are not to be deducted, abnormal gains are not to be added. So 30,000 abnormal gain has been added, that is why I am deducting. Abnormal loss has been deducted, that is why it has been added. And I told you remuneration, I want net divisible profits. Remuneration which was given is not to be considered. The reason is that remuneration, if you take remuneration, it is a P&L account, P&L appropriation, but I want net profit. So that is why remuneration which has been deducted in all the 5 years, I told you 500 into 12 rupees, 12 months, 500 rupees into 12 months, 6,000, it has been added back. So now on 2011, you are having net loss, 12 net gain, etc. Now, debenture interest being, sir, from where you got debenture interest? Where you got debenture? It is a non-operational income. Yes, 6% debentures, 20,000 to 6%, 1200. It is to be considered as non-operational income. For valuation of goodwill, non-operational income are not to be considered. Non-operating income means this is not a trading related, non-trading related income. So net profit is, see, when you are calculating goodwill, getting interest on debentures investment, any skill is required? Tell me, any skill is required? Have you got any sort of reputation for earning? Even if a X firm can get the same interest, Y firm can get same interest, and anybody, even a firm which is getting loss also can get interest on investments. So that is why for valuation of goodwill, non-trading investments are not to be considered, because if you add it, what will happen? Reputation will be more. That is why generally new partner will not accept that. So therefore, debenture interest being non-operating income, I told you, no, there is no skill, no reputation is required. So because of this, the income profit has gone up. To get the correct profit, non-operating income is to be subtracted. Okay, so finally you got loss, because when you take book profits normally, why you are subtracting, sir? This book profit is including 1200 rupees interest on debentures. This 10,000 loss has been reduced because of interest of 1200. 20,000 profit because of interest, 25,000 profit because of interest on debentures. So, and similarly 2015 30,000 profit is because of interest on debentures, because interest on debenture normally when you prepare P&L account, that we will be creating. So that is the reason why it is to be subtracted. Okay, so then finally you are ending up with one first year you are getting loss, all years you are getting, remaining years you are getting profit. So you know how to calculate 14,800 plus 24,800 plus 29,800 plus 34,800, you are getting 1,04,200. So this is total profit from 12 to 15. Loss is 5,500 minus 5,200. You are having 99,000 is the average profit. And we have learned that goodwill is to value 2 years purchase price. So 99,000 into 2, you are getting this is 99,000 average, sorry, total profit, sorry. First I have to go for average profit, no? 99,000 by 5, 19,800. This is average profit. Goodwill is to value 2 years average profit. So 19,800 into 39,600. Clear to all of you? First you have to find out total profit. After finding out total profit, you should go for average profit. Goodwill is to be valued at 2 years purchase of average profit. 2 years purchase price of average profits, which is coming to 39,600. And what is the contribution I have told you? C's contribution is 1 by 5th. The profit sharing ratio is 3:1:1, I think. This is what I have written. 3:1:1. It is coming to 1 by 5th of that 9,600, 7,920. Now cleverly how he has done it. Without preparing capital accounts as on 1st April 15, directly has come down to this. Directly has come down to this. How he has come down to this? Buy balance brought down 40,000, 50,000. This is the capitals given here in the balance sheet problem. A's capital 40, B's capital 50. So, for your information, actual date has not been given for you to understand. See, 1st April 15, you got the capital of A, B 40, 50. Okay, then you have to on 1/4/15 what we do, revaluation profit we don't have. General reserve, if anything is there, that is to be given to whom? Old partners according to their old profit sharing ratio. I think general reserve is there here. This is to be given to whom? Old partners A and B. So general reserve also, just for information, in the examination no need to, because it's a working notes, no. So general reserve 10,000, they were sharing profits and losses in the earlier. What is the profit sharing ratio? I've written here 3:2. So 3:2 means 10,000 general reserve. General reserve, this is capital balance. General reserve 10,000 to 3 by 5. 6,000, 4,000. This adjustment you are doing on the date of admission. Then goodwill. You know goodwill is to be raised reset. Goodwill will appear in the balance sheet. Normally goodwill will not appear in the balance sheet. The reason why goodwill is going to appear in the balance sheet is that, this is going to be converted into company on the date that goodwill appear in the balance sheet, because when you are converting the firm into a company, we need to find out the value of goodwill, no, for purchase consideration. So that is the reason why for that purpose goodwill is going to appear in the balance sheet. So they have decided long back, even which is against the principle on 1415 actually, it is against the principle. On the same goodwill they are converting into company. So that is the reason why goodwill is shown. But you must remember, generally showing goodwill on the date of admission is which is against accounting standard. It's clear. It's very clear. But why we are showing? Because this problem is keeping in view, the problem has been framed that they have converted the firm into company. Maybe that is the reason why they have shown. But on the date of admission, which is against the accounting standard. But having said, we are working out as per instruction. The reason is that after doing it, this goodwill is going to appear in the balance sheet of a company as intangible asset. So this goodwill, how you got, so 39,600, you need to transfer according to their profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2. So by 5 into 3, it is coming to 23,760, 15,840. What is the entry for this, sir? Goodwill account at R2. Old partners capital accounts. Goodwill account at R2, old partners capital accounts. This goodwill is going to appear in the balance sheet. Okay, so there's a clever adjustment in this. I'll tell you the logic for this. So 1415 goodwill in the ratio of 2:2 is coming to 23,760, 15,840. Now, if you feel that as on this date it is against the principle, no, you are raising goodwill, you are also raising capital account. Okay, this is nothing but capitalization. But what he is saying that in the problem in the beginning, this is peculiar situation. Normally you don't have this kind of situation. He is required to contribute cash towards goodwill and 10,000 towards capital. See, he also needs to bring cash towards goodwill. That means his share. His share is betting. His share is bringing, and also 10,000 towards capital. And then he says that somewhere here, it was agreed that the value of goodwill firm should appear in the books of the new firm. See, goodwill is being raised. When you raise goodwill, old partners capital account also has been increased to that extent. But he is also saying that still he also should bring a share of goodwill in cash. This is something which is very, you never had this kind of adjustment in our foundation level. See, when you are bringing goodwill, what happened? Goodwill is being, when goodwill is debited, capital accounts are credited. So what happened? Balance sheet assets increase, capital liabilities increase. That is clear. Normally what you have done, when new partner brings his share of goodwill in cash, it is to be credited to old partners in their sacrificing ratio. But he is saying that in the problem, since goodwill has been adjusted, and what they are doing, the new partner should bring his share towards goodwill. That means he is bringing share of capital and share of goodwill. But that share of goodwill, you can see, is not being credited to old partners. When he brings his share of goodwill, you please pay attention what I am explaining. If new partner is bringing his share of goodwill, 17,920, 10,000 is share of capital, 7,920 share of goodwill. You can see by bank has been written. Normally, this 7,920 will be credited to A and B. Since already full value has been credited to A and B, full value of goodwill has been created to A and B, the 7,520 share of goodwill we are not crediting to old partners. The reason is that already goodwill has been raised. When new partner brings his share of goodwill, it will not be credited to A and B since goodwill raised. This is what I am giving an explanation here. You can make a note there. Since goodwill is going to appear, this is for just self explanation. Since goodwill is going to appear, if I don't explain this, you can understand the solution, but you can't reproduce in the examination. Simple point. You can't do it. You can't remember this thing. You can't recapitulate this thing. You can't do it unless you understand. That is the reason why I told you these things. I have to explain you only when you listen to my earlier classes. If you are not listen to earlier classes, if you don't have CA foundation basic knowledge on goodwill, this problem you cannot understand this. So please remember, this is important point. Since goodwill is going to appear in the new balance sheet, it means, and please remember, when goodwill is going to appear in the new balance sheet, it means I'll tell you. When goodwill is to appear in the new balance sheet, when goodwill is to appear in the new balance sheet, it means full value of goodwill, that is firm's goodwill. Firm's goodwill is to be shown in the books. That is why, what is the firm's goodwill? $39,600 is raised. The entry will be goodwill account at R2, A's capital $39,600. When you're raising the goodwill in the old ratio, no? When you're writing of the goodwill in the new ratio, including all partners, this you learned in CA foundation. $39,600 $23,760 $15,840. Okay, then he's saying that next, this is not next, since as per the instruction new partner is supposed to bring supposed to bring is share of capital and goodwill in cash. His share of capital and goodwill. So share of capital 10,000. Share of goodwill we have calculated 7,920. Here we got it, no, 7,920. 7,920. 17,920. So the entry will be bank account at R2, cease capital. This is very advanced problem, very rarely you come across, but having said, in the examination you have to explain, you have to expect these kind of problems. Bank account to cease capital. Now normally when new partner brings his share of goodwill, we credit to old partner's capital account in this sacrificing ratio. I'm explaining, I'm not going to write it here, you please pay attention what I'm saying. Normally the 7,920 rupees will be crediting to old partners in their sacrificing ratio. Since already goodwill has been raised, we are not adjusting the 7,920 to old partners capital account, because full firm's value of goodwill has been adjusted. So therefore we are not adjusting the 7,920 to old partners capital account, just we have written this entry. Clear to all of you? Normally the 7,920 is created to old partners in their sacrificing ratio, old ratio minus new ratio. But why we are not doing, sir? When goodwill is raised, since goodwill is raised means goodwill has already been created to old partners, full firm's value. Again, why should you raise? But why you are raising, sir? Because they have decided maybe down the line in 1 year they are having intention of converting the partnership firm into company. Maybe that is the reason why they have raised, because that goodwill is a part of purchase consideration. Maybe that is the reason why for purchase consideration you need goodwill. No, they have done it. Right, now coming back to this particular point is clear to all of you. So goodwill, bank. So up to this, and coming back to this, goodwill, capital plus goodwill, 17,920 is created to ABC. So now this is what at this particular point of time you write balance carried on. Capital, reserve, goodwill, capital contribution. You write to balance carried on. Normally you do it, no? Normally you do this. So on 1,415, you write to balance carried on. Just for explanation, I am writing here. $40,000 plus 6,000, 69,760 A. But you can see here you don't have this amount. The reason is I'll tell you. 69,760 A. This is on the date of admission. This partner's capital is given, but I am preparing on the date of admission. A 69,700, B 50,000 plus 4,000 plus 15,840. 16,840, 17,920. This is carried down, no? This will become brought down on 1,415, brought down 69,760, 69,840. Normally by taking this you go for balance sheet. Since in this problem we don't have much adjustment to be done, no revaluation, nothing, they have avoided preparing balance sheet. Now they have done business for 1 year. They have done business for 1 year. and that has been mentioned, you got a profit, because you can see profit has been given. Trading profits, you can see the trading profits for the year ended 31st March 16, 40,000 before depreciation, trading profit. And depreciation, building has been given, on that depreciation is calculated. Building 50,000, what is depreciation that is to be calculated? %5. Interest on ACE loan 1200. Interest on debentures. Now this normal P&L account. Then you may be asking, sir, interest on debentures, why you are taking that? Interest on debentures we need to not consider for valuation of goodwill. Normal final accounts you can consider. Sir, what about interest on loan, sir? Interest on loan, why interest on loan, in salary is different. Sorry, salary there is not there's going to be no salary to a, that is clear. Interest on loan is an charge. Interest on loan is a charge. It is to be debited to profit and loss account. What is interest on loan? Loan amount is 10,000 given here in the balance sheet. On that, you have to pay interest at the rate of 6%. That's correct. But there is no salary, because after admission of a partner, A is not going to get a salary of 6,000. So that is why that is not there. Interest on loan and depreciation is clear. Interest on debentures is clear. Net profit has been transferred to all partners. This is simple. So net profit has been credited here. So now, and also we got during this particular year, partner side has withdrawn, is given that. The partners had drawn each 1,000 per month as drawings. Of course, we don't have any problem on drawings, interest on drawings. So 1,000 into 12,000 he has withdrawn. So this is after C is being admitted up to 31st March 16, they have withdrawn 1,000 per month. So that is the reason why he has taken drawings 12,000. Now profit has been splitted according to their profit sharing ratio. The same thing if I continue, profit here 22,560, 7,520, $7,520. Then drawings. $12,000. Now you can see 69,760 plus 22,560 minus 12,000. $80,320. 69,840 plus 7,520 minus 12,000. $17,920, 7,520 minus 12,000, 13,440. You can see this. 80,320, 65,360, 13,440. This is how you are supposed to do. But since it is a working notes, he has not done all those things directly. He has combined on the date of admission plus 1 year transaction he has done without writing the date, because it is a working notes. Now that, but he has done balance sheet as on 31st March 16. 80,320 capital, B's capital, C's capital, A's loan 10,000. Actually, interest due is not to be added, which is, in auditing you learned, but he has done that. It is a current liability, but he has added to loan. Okay, no problem. Maybe this loan will appear in the balance sheet as a borrowing, long-term borrowing. Maybe that is the reason why interest due also has been added to that, because they're converting into company. Now goodwill is has been said, it is going to appear in the balance sheet. Goodwill to partners capital account have written. Land and building depreciation, investment, stock in trade, and let me tell you, cash working notes is not required. This is lengthy, but to explain you, he has said he went by cash flow statement. Closing cash balance has been ascertained. Trading profits, add debenture interest realized, decrease in debtors balance, increase in, you learned this in cash flow statement, no, through which he has got this. But it's a lengthy problem. What I personally say that in the examination, if it comes, you write cash as a balancing figure. When you got all liabilities, assets, this is going to be balancing figure, but through cash flow statement also that can be done. Clear to all of you? Now up to this is no doubt to you, anybody. Now conversion into a company, A's capital, B's capital, C's capital, share capital. Because he says that in the problem that I've already explained that they decide to convert the capital's account out of all partners in the share into share capital in the ratio of 3:1:1 on the basis of total capitals as on 31st March 16. If necessary, partners have to subscribe to fresh capital. Means the partner is having deficiency has to bring cash for buying the shares. If any partner is having excess, he can withdraw the money. Okay, that is what has been mentioned in the problem. For that purpose, he has given this for conversion into a company. A's capital, B's capital, C's capital. This is total share capital. Partners capital has become share capital. In that distribution of share, A's share is going to be 3/5, B 1/5, C. That means 1,59,120 is in the form of share capital. Now total capital has been converted into share capital. A is a share capital, B is a share capital. Like number of promoters has to buy some shares. No, the capital, instead of making payment to them, since it's a conversion of a company firm into a company. So entire business is being converted. So purchase consideration is net worth. Net worth is nothing but total capital. That's it. So that is the reason total capital is including goodwill. So no need to when you're converting the firm into company, sir, we need to go for goodwill. Yeah, that is there. But here it is not having any significance now. So distribution of share. Got it? This is net worth. 1,59,120 is net worth. And that A is going to be issued shares by company to the extent of 95,472, 31,824, 31,824. But if you see, A has to have a capital of 95,472 according to new profit sharing ratio. But how much A is having? 80,320. That means A should subscribe for 15,000 deficiency. He is supposed to maintain 95,472 share capital, but is having only 80,320. So 15,152 he has to purchase by paying cash and getting shares. C also should. C is having 31,824, but C should maintain 31,824. But C is having capital of 13,440. He is also having deficiency. Therefore, he also should subscribe by bringing cash and buying the shares. But B 31,824 is having. But B 65,360 is having, but B is supposed to have 31,824. That means B is having excess of 35,536 because he is having 65,360. He has to maintain 31,824. So therefore he should withdraw. This we have learned in CA Foundation. A partner is having excess has to be paid cash. A partner is having deficiency has to bring deficiency in cash. That cash here is using for buying the shares. Excess cash he can't buy, simply he can take away the money. So it is shown in the books of firm only to determine the closing capital of the partners inclusive goodwill before conversion. Which one? Maybe Balance sheet is talking about, okay, this is goodwill, right? Now coming back to this, now this is completed. I think you got the clarity now. You can go for balance sheet of a company. Long term borrowings, loan from A, that is why interest has been added. Property, plant and equipment, land and building, less depreciation. Intangible asset, goodwill, because goodwill will appear in the balance sheet because it has been, we are assuming as a purchased consideration. And then of course capital, shareholders fund, total share capital has become, share capital 1,59,120. Clear? That is what has been taken. There you need not mention A share, B share, the shareholders funds. Long term borrowings, clear. That's a total. Assets, property, plant and equipment, intangible assets, non-current investments. Investment has been assumed as non-current investment. Long-term debentures is non-current, no? Current assets, inventories. Inventories we got in the problem. So here he has given the value of the assets on 31st March. Building before depreciation, we already calculated. Stock 40, debtors nil, investment 20, liabilities nil. That's it. So inventory is 40, cash and cash equivalents. I told you through cash flow statement you can go, or else as I told you, the balancing figure in the examination. Even if you write balancing figure, there is nothing wrong in that. That is 30,120. This is a very lengthy problem. I think I've explained. Now you immediately go back and see. You try to listen my class, and without looking at the book, you please try the last class problem Raman and this one. These two are important models. I'm having one more important model. Now, that is what I want to pay attention. In the next class, we will see that. So I hope you are able to fine tune these points. Watch out for these lengthy problems, but before this you also be thorough with the models which I've explained already, right? Okay, and after completion of because the problems which I'm leaving as we have covered, and those problems also have worked out, maybe values have changed, but you have to be thorough for partnership account. Not only for partnership accounts, any chapter I've been telling right from the beginning, group 1 foundation, you have to be thorough with the study material. Then definitely you can score good marks, maximum marks you can score. Okay, the problems which you can do, the problems which are doable, the problems which you can do and which has been worked out, I'm leaving it. But I told you, like partnership accounts, there are some important models in study material. After doing this from study material, charms material problems which I have not done, maybe except some additional problems which has been added, very old problems, that is not having one or two problems, but those one or two problems also you should be able to do it. But 99% charms material problems has been covered. Okay, so the reason for we got so many problems is just for you to have a practice, but the various models has been covered. So one more model, I think there's a some problem like retirement or a death or something like that. I'll be explaining. It's again a lengthy problem. That kind of model also you can expect in the examination, that I'll be taking up in the next class. Okay, we'll meet in the next class. But before that, let me tell you, so that you can come to the class with preparedness when you see the next class. Better, just a minute, I'll tell you the problem number. It'll be easy for you to catch it. This illustration 5 you can do it, my dear friends. Illustration 5 you can do. This adjustment I already opened. Business purchase account, how to close. Business purchase account at R. Asset account at R to business purchase to liability to close the business purchase account. This I have already explained in his last class. And then that problem you can do. Partnership sale to company also, these models we have done it. They have carried on business for 6 months. This problem, and even you have written the examination on this model. This is important. A died. Death and conversion. Death and sale, I think this is. Sale to a company. Death. This is the problem I'm talking about. Seventh one is very important. Again, this is also a lengthy problem. Before you come to the class, have a look into it. Seventh problem. This is what I'm going to take up in the next class. These problems you can do it, my dear friends. Relation, account, partners, capital, cash and bank. I think this I have done it in the classroom. This problem I worked out. We have learned the entries also. This problem I have done in the classroom. This model I have done it. And this model also we have done it already. Which one? The previous problem I have already explained. Eighth one. Ninth one we have done it. Same problem. The previous they have carried on business for up to 30th June. I think this problem came in the last term examination. November examination, if I am not wrong. So this model also you have written the examination. Okay, so seventh problem if I explain, and after that I have one problem of maximum possible loss method I wish to take up. So in 2 classes time, the main important models which I thought of sharing with you is going to be discussed. So tomorrow's class, which problem you should be thorough before coming to the class, have a look at the seventh one. Seventh problem, clear to all of you? This one. Okay, we'll take up this problem in the next class. Till then, goodbye. God bless you. Thank you.